tells you something about his approach to this. It's one of those Hayes in the barn type deals with him sometimes. And we're underway. The Tigers, of course, in the all-orange here on Friday. The Tar Heels with the white and blue. We'll see the Tigers putting some immediate pressure on that North Carolina back line. And our first whistle, we've got a foul coming against the Tar Heels.
That's an easy decision there. Luke Gilly just looking to press there. A little hands on the back. Easy call for the referee.
Crowd continuing to file in here at historic Riggs Field. Be able to fill it up by the end of this.
Nice little indecision there.
Solid defending, and now a whistle. Appears to be a free kick for UNC.
Yeah, and that's an unnecessary foul. They're just forced North Carolina to build out of the back in that situation. You're under pressure. I think Okunlola just clipped him at the last second there.
So look at Andrew Cordes. Sends it forward. Tate Johnson on the wing. Long ball down the left side. And Dama comes off his line, gathers. Meinhard moves it back out, and now the Tigers going to play in the middle. This is Lamb, double team, gets it away. Ball for Duquesne with a nice ball into the center, but again, UNC's back line, very tough to crack that back four for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, and I have to say that was a foul on Mason Lamb, but it was a good decision by the referee to play advantage there.
Tigers trying to build something from the back. How do these teams compare in the way they do that, Kevin? How are they trying to attack here tonight?
Well, you can see that early on, Clemson is wanting to force North Carolina into those wide channels where they have the fewest players. And because of that, if they're not able to link up, they're just going to look to play it long. Clemson, on the other hand, they're looking to get everything on Jabbay's feet. He's gonna open up teams with his passing range.
I believe that was an offside call. Yeah, it was close. Duquesne, pretty good run down the left side there.
Yeah, and that support's always a little frustrating. They're not going to call it off until he actually makes a play on the ball. So they let the play develop.
Ball punched out. It'll be a throw in for the Tar Heels in the early going. One thing to note about North Carolina, this is a team that very much uses that feeling out process into games. They've surrendered goals in 4 games this year. 3 times their opponent has scored first. But UNC late in games has been very good at finding a way to earn that equalizer, and then in a couple of those cases to go ahead and get a win. Very impressive the way that they close matches, but again, right here, not putting too much pressure. They don't want to get sloppy. So a bit of a slow build for them.
Yeah, and they're so good defensively. They can afford to be patient and methodical. And whenever I see a team, they come in 6-0-3 on the year, they're tough to beat. You know, if not, they're going to grind out a result. It may be a draw, but they're going to grind out a result.
Tigers again putting pressure on that back line. They're not going to allow the Tar Heels to just possess the ball back there. I think that's pretty clear from our opening moments of this game.
Yeah, and it's going to start with that front three. They're going to dictate which side of the field they want North Carolina to play on. You can see they drop in that block of 4 midfield players. One of those forwards drops in. It's going to be a block of 5. It's going to be tough to just penetrate centrally.
Punched out, Duquesne. Throw in here, Andrew Check. He'll throw it again. Again, North Carolina going to send it back to Charlie Harper. Taken away. Ball ahead, repossessed.
That was just out of the reach of Wahaba Musa there.
Throw in for North Carolina, one-on-one, and that's one back there by the youngster Mason Lamb.
That's going to be quite the matchup there between those two.
Gian. Duquesne. Ball in and dealt with well.
Yeah, I think Gian makes the right decision there, trying to link up with Duquesne, but also a player of his dribbling ability. You would almost want to see, get yourself in the penalty area, take a player on.
Duquesne's been very active early. Mentioned Gian. This is a guy came in with a lot of acclaim, still yet to find his first goal, but man, he is an absolute spark plug anytime the ball's at his feet.
Oh, he's so clever and so quick.
A chance here. Deflected and then sent away. Just a mishit. The other way it goes. This is Viciano.
That's good tackle from Magnuson.
Jabay, you said this is a guy, when you get in the attacking area, Tigers want to find him. Remy Okunlola on the ground, sent away, and it will be.
It's going to be a throw-in.
Throw-in for the Tigers. Tough angle for Clemson there. I know they were hoping for a corner.
Yeah, well, when Shabay's on the ball there, you got a picture of why he's so special. He's under a lot of pressure, but he doesn't lose his composure. He just maintains possession, finds the open pass.
Another throw for Okunlola. Let's take a look at this defending here.
That's well done. Good timing from Lucas Magnuson there. Having Vician run at him.
Freshman from Iceland, getting some good work early. Got the ball at his feet right there, and he'll swing it wide on the right. Duquesne. Nice ball ahead. Alex Meinhard. And this will be an opportunity for the Tigers here, among the nation's leaders in corner kicks.
I think just the last touch there from Riley Thomas as he was cutting out that cross.
Tigers 4th in the country, averaging 7.5 corner kicks a game. This is where they excel. Controlled well and sent away. Well played by the Tar Heels. The Tigers will have to reset.
Yeah, Juan Cavaro just looking to get the ball cleared there. Smart decision.
Damas sends it to the left side, and a battle won by the Tar Heels. A foul whistled against Duquesne. Andrew Check went up and won that one-on-one ball.
You can see Duquesne doesn't make a play on the ball there.
Riley Thomas up ahead. Nice ball into the middle. Deflected for Andema.
A nice turn from Vichy in there, and you can see he's just looking to slot that through to Luke Hilly.
A giveaway. Some danger here. Really in between ideas on the attack that time.
Yeah, uncharacteristic giveaway there from Chabet.
Tigers a bit fortunate not to face a little more danger. There's the turn by Musa.
Yeah, if he would have gotten a better first touch on that, I think Guillen was away.
Okunlola retreats. Opening moments here, still waiting for our first shot. Had a corner kick and then that deep turnover. But other than that, a lot of midfield play so far. Clemson trying to change that, but UNC won't allow it. Talked about how veteran this North Carolina lineup is. They've got some transfers, but Charlie Harper is not. There is continuity there on that back line. These guys have played together.
Yeah, you get a sense that this is a mature, experienced team.
Tay Johnson, cross, and popped over the goal. Now the Tar Heels will get a chance from the corner.
That was Magnuson just putting that ball over the end line, out of danger. Of course, now they're going to have to deal with the set piece. And this is where they're dangerous. You get some big targets in Vitchian and Hilly. You're going to see Charlie Harper come here forward as well.
Pass goes high. Clemson everywhere they tried to go. Playing on the left wing.
Oh,
it'll be Clemson ball there.
It came from an offside position.
Now, both these teams have a storied history in the Atlantic Coast Conference. So look, since 2011, that was the first year of Coach Samuano's reign here in Chapel Hill. 5 different teams that have been members of the conference have won national titles. Clemson, the only multi-time winner. Check the bottom. Stanford's won 3. That means 6 of the last 14 have come from the ACC.
It's unbelievable. And then you look at the other additions with Cal and SMU coming in the league. Teams were quite good as well.
Notre Dame stands out too. 2013 was its first year of ACC competition. Could be a good omen for Stanford, even SMU in the top 20.
Yeah, Stanford team we saw here earlier in the year, very, very good this year.
You mentioned North Carolina made a deep run in the tournament last year. Again, if that ACC championship game we talked about in the Open went all the way to PKs, the Tigers end up winning. If that goes the other way, you wonder if that little momentum boost doesn't spur North Carolina a little bit differently. Maybe Clemson doesn't ride the wave quite as hard. That seemed like a critical result, not just in the moment for the championship, but also setting these teams up to go forward.
Well, it tells you they're dangerous in a tournament setting as well.
Magnuson again, hits it out. Deep throw, and Dame is there. Antonio Illuminato. Meinhard gets it away. Tar Heel the first to it. Body's flying. There's Gian. Nicely done. No, a good stat from our production room. We'll give our guy Brett a little credit on this one. Second consecutive home match for Clemson where we're not seeing a shot in 15 minutes. Slow starts here.
Well, we talked about it being a defensive battle. Both of these teams so well organized defensively. North Carolina, that 4-4-2, tough to break down centrally. And then Clemson really in a 3-4-3 that I think suits their personnel.
A little bit of danger there for a moment. The Clemson playing without Adam Lundegaard in this match due to a red card he picked up in the Notre Dame match. That's a big loss, and as you said, they've had to kind of tweak their personnel. Still certainly a formidable starting 11 you put out there, but Lundegaard's such a big presence.
Yeah, big presence, leader at the back, and what I think is interesting about this 3-4-3 from Clemson is, you know, you want to build your team around your personnel rather than saying, hey, we're going to play 4-3-3 this year. We're going to play 4-4-2. Coach Noonan, very analytical approach, and how can he get the best out of his players? They just have engines that can run all day long. So in that system, they can make a forward run and then make a 60-yard retreating run and fill right in on that back line when you're four at the back.
Duquesne making his 25th start, and boy, he is amped up and ready to go. He is flying forward and gets the offside call, about a half step too quick there.
Yeah, and for me, perhaps the best server of the ball from a wide area as much as he gets forward.
Popped up, that's well done. Riley Thomas, Meinhard back downfield and deflects that out, so Thomas will throw it. Oh, they're gonna say Clemson ball.
Oh, last touch by Riley Thomas.
Oh my. This will be an opportunity for Duquesne. Gian, oh boy, weaving through traffic. There's Okunlola, back to Titus Sandy. Well, you know, North Carolina understands the importance of Jabay. He's got a couple of guys flanking him every time he touches it. Nice leave. Okunlola on the wing. Tough defending, deflected, and a throw in.
That was a nice dummy here when this ball's played in centrally to Gian. Finds his way to Okunlola.
Sam Williams with the deflection there. On the back line for the Tar Heels. Sandy across the formation to Mason Lamb. Some pressure now by North Carolina being applied. Clemson now with a chance moving forward for a moment. Duquesne.
Again, he's going to be caught in an offside position.
That's the third offside so far by the Tigers. I believe all three credited to Duquesne. We talked about that is really where they want to attack. They see an opportunity there, just a hair quick. Let's take a look.
Yeah, and so much of that's coming from the leadership of Riley Thomas. He's aware of the back line, when to step. He just puts Duquesne in an offside position.
Clemson will have it. Ball ahead. Gian's got it at his feet. Nice ball throw.
Good
and
save.
Deflected. Boy, what a play by Cordes. Saved a goal.
Well, that through ball from Guillen was about perfectly weighted. Meinhardt gets the first touch, but Cordes so aware to come off of his line. Look at the weight of this pass. Timing's exceptional. Little touch. All ball from Cordes. Outstanding.
We talk about the brilliance of Guillen, just a magnificent player with the ball at his feet. You can tell the energy he plays with. It inspires his teammates even as a young freshman, and right there are very few players that are even seeing that pass to make it, much less to execute it the way that he did.
Yeah, to have the vision, to recognize the run, and then just the quality of the pass, the weight on it was perfect.
Ball ahead to the right. Luke Hilly fights for position. Goes down right at the edge of the box, and a whistle will stop the clock for a moment. And a yellow card. That'll be our first booking of the match. A little frustration there.
Well, you can
Take a look at Lamb.
Lamb wins the first shoulder charge here. Yeah, it's just a tug of the jersey, right? That's always going to be a yellow card in that situation. And now that's concerning for Lamb because he's going to have to play with a certain level of restraint for the rest of the match. But, you know, Hilly's a handful, and this is a player that Clemson is familiar with. Transfer from NC State.
First start of the year for Lamb. He's a transfer from Cal State Fullerton. He started a bunch. He's in there for Lundegaard tonight. If I'm North Carolina, I'm probably going on the attack against him as well. Let's see where this kick comes from. The lefty delivery is too strong. And a goal kick coming for the Tigers. Big opportunity missed there for the Tar Heels, it seems.
Yeah, I think Juan Cafaro would want that one back. He just overcooked that a little bit.
Here's Endema. Sent away. And the Tar Heels again with men in position. Can they regroup here? Still looking for our first shot. Approaching the midway point of the first half. We discussed, you know, North Carolina, 5 goals allowed on the season. They don't mind it this way, although here's a nice run by Tate Johnson. Could not get an opportunity. Back to Endema. Jamison Charles has it and sends it to the right. Oh, beautiful. One time there. Out to Hilly. Weaving into the box. And deflected away. Again, the Tigers defend. Here comes Guillen. Duquesne again, and again he's offside.
Again, the discipline of that North Carolina back line to take the risk there and step at the last second.
The orange wall's upset. We'll take a look at it again in just a moment. Our next stoppage, we'll see. Once again, these are very close offside calls. I think maybe one was pretty clear. Here's a look at it.
And you can see right there, it's so impressive how tight that back line is, though. And
deflected, and it's the Tar Heels that draw first blood. And guess who, Kevin?
Vitchian. 7th goal of the year there.
He came in 5th in the ACC in goals per game. He's not going to end tonight lower on that list. The positioning and the turn and the fire.
It just looked like a little miscommunication here. It just fell awkwardly, didn't it? He got on the inside shoulder of Titus Sandy Jr. and it just fortunately fell right to his foot, didn't it?
You feel like Okunlolo is trying to make a play on it here and just lost his footing.
Yeah, ironically, if Okunlolo doesn't touch that ball, it just squirts out over the end line for a goal kick.
We mentioned a little bit earlier, North Carolina surrendered a goal in 4 of its 9 matches. 3 times it has failed to score first. The only time that North Carolina has scored first and the opponent has also scored was a 2-2 draw against St. John's. So that's the uphill battle that Clemson's fighting right now, trying to get that equalizer. Again, with St. John's as your guide here about how to go about doing that.
Well, Clemson has had some success getting behind North Carolina. So it's going to be interesting.
That's a heck of an effort there to keep the ball in. Talked about Lamb having to be careful. That was an instinctive play right there. Not reckless, but still playing hard there on that back line for Clemson. Here's Chabet, a quiet start. Titus Sandy. Duquesne, one-on-one with Czech. Gets it ahead. Again, a miscommunication there. And easily it goes to Thomas. Now the ball loose in the middle. Oh, beautiful. Here comes Hilly, deflected, and we got a handball. Just a slight tap with the hand, kind of rolled up the body of Magnuson there.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward, but right call by the referee.
Another look at it.
Yeah, you can see there's no intent, just kind of squirts up, catch Magnuson on the hand.
Czech and Cafaro having a committee meeting on the ball. Way up ahead, a lot of pressure from Musa. Meinhard putting a little heat on Czech, but he handles it. And now UNC with some space to work. Ball through. And a whistle. There's a foul. Going to get Chabet, I believe, for a grab.
Yeah, he was going to allow advantage to play on there, but once the through ball got cut out, he brings it back. A little tough to get away with that, right?
Yeah, it's
official.
Pretty obvious. There's a look at your fouls there. Clemson with a hefty lead in that category. And Clemson plays an aggressive style. I mean, last year en route to a national championship, that was one of the things they did very well, was they took the fight to their opponent pretty much every time out. North Carolina, meanwhile, their opponents have been whistled for 11 more fouls than they have so far in this season. Here's Tate Johnson. And UNC looking to attack. North Carolina doing a pretty good job connecting there into the attacking third right now. At least the initial touch. A lot of good combinations to free attackers. Harper sends it sideways. Cafaro.
Yeah, he's quick, isn't he?
Boy, he gets it back with a little room and splits the difference. Clemson a chance to recover as Hilly sends it high, and Andema grabs it.
Well, you can see Cafaro's growing into the game a little bit. He's starting to come inside a lot more, and that's going to be problematic. Just trying to overload those central areas with him drifting inside.
Clemson will have a throw in now. Again, just one shot in this game, 29 minutes in almost. And the one shot has netted the one goal.
And it seemingly came from nothing, didn't it? It wasn't like a sustained buildup. It was kind of an unfortunate touch there from Okunlola.
Duquesne, he's onside this time, but the ball a bit too strong.
He was well onside that time, wasn't he? Not flirting with that back line.
You can tell Clemson really feels like that's their ticket. They keep going back to him.
Yeah, trying to get Duquesne and Okunlola in wide areas.
And I guess it depends on what type of roster you have, Kevin. But that seems like if you're going against a stingy back line, you want to try to stretch them so that you can then send a ball through and attack in the middle, right?
Yeah, I think they've had some success in wide areas, but you can also see if they can get Jabay and Guillen on the ball and they have midfielders running beyond to break that back line that way, they're going to have some success.
Or you can do it this way. Ball to the side, collision, and a whistle.
And that's what we talked about. Guillen's so clever. Let him run at some players, draw some fouls because he's so quick and good with his ball. He's just out of the penalty area there, but that's going to be a dangerous free kick.
It's going to be a free kick from about 18 feet and 1 inch.
Yeah. He's just outside the penalty area. Yeah.
Pretty shrewd defending there by Thomas. He kind of put his heels on that line and didn't relent. One more look at it. Boy, just outside.
Yeah, just outside the area where the initial contact was. Well, we've seen Jabay score from this distance before.
Word for Alex Meinhardt from our head referee, and he's upset about something.
It's going to be very difficult for Cordes to see. You can see a couple of Clemson players right there, just screening his vision.
This is similar to the goal we showed you in the open against Stanford. Jabay gets it. The equalizer in the upper right.
Well, you talked about the position of those two Clemson players just screening Cordez's vision, and what a response from this Clemson team. That's an outstanding goal from Jabay. Wow.
Joran Jabay with 5 assists. That time he did his own dirty work.
And it looked like it just kissed the underside of the bar going in, didn't it?
We showed you the free kick goal that he scored against Stanford. He went near side to the left corner. This time he goes right side, and you wonder if that's all in the head of the keeper. A look at the foul again, and then the result.
Ooh, what a strike. 2 shots, 2 goals.
That's absolute perfection from Joran Jabay.
Well, with the audacious numbers that Cortez has, you knew it was going to take something special to beat him, and that was a goal of the highest quality.
Again, I'm going to go back to the Stanford goal because it was a magical goal as well. You've got 3 goals on the year, 2 of them coming against top 5 teams on very similar set pieces that could not have been better executed.
Well, and that's going to be on every scouting report, right? Is don't give away free kicks in dangerous areas because Jabay will punish you.
Joran Jabay, the Oregon State transfer, ignites this crowd and pulls Clemson even with North Carolina. Just the 6th time the Tar Heels have surrendered a goal on the year. And the Tigers getting greedy, and again, it's Guillen drawing contact and a foul.
And he's wanting a booking there. I don't think he's going to get one. Oh, he is.
That was Riley Thomas, and that again, I don't think if Thomas isn't whistled for the foul and kind of fight back a bit just a moment ago, I'm not sure he gets that booking, Kevin. One more look at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and Riley Thomas isn't even involved in that. That had to be for dissent, right? Well, that's tough, right? Because I think Riley Thomas on the first foul, he said, hey, he's running into me, but if he puts the ball beyond you, he has the fair right to make a play on that ball, and if he's impeded, it's an easy decision. Well, you know, just as Mason Lamb on the flip side, right? That's your leader at the back. That's your center back. Now he's playing on a yellow. He's going to have to be very careful.
Cortez to send it away. A physical play and a whistle. And we've got a little bit of a skirmish here with Jabay. Did not agree with how Batil Hansen went after that ball on the ground. Kind of just stopped him and said, hey, chill out a sec.
That was a kind of an awkward foul in the first place, wasn't it?
Here's Hansen trying to turn the ball. It'll be a goal kick. All right, here's another look at this play. Now watch, after the contact, watch this.
Yeah, you can see Riley Thomas gesturing there, and he's upset.
Kind of gently cleared the ball away.
Well, you feel like that equalizing goal is ratcheted up the tension substantially here.
Guillen. It ends up with Duquesne, and guess what?
Offsides.
For the 5th time this half, Duquesne is offside. I give him credit for he's trying.
Yeah,
he's trying to get a half step here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Now let me ask you this. Without the deflection, if the ball just goes through.
Well, that's what it is, right? Yeah. And it's that last touch from Meinhardt, I think.
Yeah, that seemed like a pretty faithful run there. Off the chest, out, and a throw for Duquesne. See, Duquesne's playing a little more in the midfield right now. They move Meinhardt up front. Both players have been attacking down that left wing. Here come the Tar Heels in attack mode. Ball high and in, deflected.
Yeah, Bartil, that's a good decision there. He's just trying to nod that ball down from Alquak.
Illuminato in the middle. Played back, now Jabé. Calm, cool, and collected. Can Illuminato get it ahead? He will to Duquesne, but again, defended well by Czech, and now a foul, and it's going to be a handball on Duquesne.
Duquesne is just looking to catch a break over there. I was onside that time, now you get me for a handball.
Talented sophomore from France. Here's a look. Oh, right off the forearm. Right in the crook of his arm, really.
Ooh.
Some contact and a foul. That time Magnuson earned it. Excuse me, that's 8. That's Lamb.
Yeah, he just goes over his back a little bit there. Again, a game where the margin is so slim here. Set pieces can often be the difference. You do not want to concede these opportunities.
Williams and Thomas. It'll be Williams to nobody. Ball, I was going to say, ball's still live. Only a couple of players still playing it.
You know what it is. Move up.
1-1 our score. Here's a look at that kick from Williams.
I think that's a conversation that Coach Samuano will have at the half, is the delivery on the two set pieces they've had in the final third. The delivery hasn't quite been there.
Clemson flying forward. Guillen, oh, nicely done.
Well, Thomas held his nerve there, stayed on his feet.
Back the other way quickly, but Clemson in retreat. Magnuson. Ball ahead, and an offside call. Musa was there. Clemson with a herd of substitutions here. Feels like a little bit hesitant. That previous attack, Kevin, just a little bit too slow in deciding to take that shot.
Yeah, you could see it kind of coming in waves. It's only a half chance. They wanted a better opportunity. But I tell you, I really like this substitution from Clemson here. You're basically getting some fresh legs on your front line. The game has started to open up a bit and become stretched.
See a couple of Jimenez in the game. North Carolina with a slew of subs at their last dead ball. Jackson Roble.
And I think in particular the substitution of James Kelly. He's
yes,
so good in the air, good with his back to goal.
When Milton Jones, who just came in for North Carolina, tried to go one on the world and almost succeeded there.
Yeah, and Dama was calling for it, but Magnuson was taking no chances. He just pumps that ball clear.
Once again, Jones. Shot deflected.
Oof, that's not good. Looked like Magnuson on the block. Oh, they're going to call a foul there.
Oh, my.
I didn't think there was enough in that, Qualk. We'll have to get a look at the replay, but that's a bit surprising.
Well, Magnuson didn't like that. He's smarting a bit anyway. Let's have a look.
I think it's Milton Jones on the run. I don't see what the foul is there, but
maybe Okunlola, little nudge from behind. I'm kind of with you, though.
Well, again,
We saw Clemson capitalize on a free kick. Here's another look at the foul. I feel like Jones has kind of hurdled himself into the air there.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is the call on Jabay or is it on Okanola there? Looks like this is Sam Williams over the ball.
He gets a chance to atone. Really a poor free kick before. Off the wall there. Whose throw is it? It'll be a North Carolina throw.
Yeah, Clemson getting organized here.
Johnson to trigger it in to Jones. Well, the energy Jones has brought in. Freshman, 5'6", very similar to Guian in many ways.
Yeah, he's been a little bit of a spark plug, hasn't he?
Duquesne. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the half. Can either of these teams exit with an advantage? Tied 1-1. North Carolina now with 3 shots. Clemson just 1, and they made it count. Oh, nice ball through. Ahmad Al-Kwak gets it back and could not keep it. Long run. Duquesne looking to get it back and a nice rip away. Check through.
Well done from Czech there to dispossess Roble.
Jabay gets it ahead. Bit of a stumble there for James Kelly.
That's good composure, though. He's just keeping possession.
Jabay. The Tigers get it wide. Okunlola will compose. Pokes it forward. Deflected and a goal kick. Last touch by the Tigers. Not a lot of shots. 2 shots on goal. Both teams have made it count. Let's start with UNC's goal.
Yeah, Vichy with the ball falls for him opportunistically, and he puts it away. Put North Carolina ahead.
And now Joran Jabay, the answer. Off the foul.
Yeah, and you talk about a goal of the highest quality, just a top far corner underneath the crossbar.
Vichy's 7th, Jabay's 3rd. Boy, it's always nice when the players you highlight in the beginning of a broadcast come to play. Both of these guys with exceptional performances in the first 45.
That's all the production crew. That's what they do.
Shout out to Rick Bagby and his team. They're very good and sometimes also lucky. Here's Al-Kwak. Up ahead. Long run. Hansen keeps possession. Now Jones in the box. Pushes back. Parker O'Farrell. Can the Tar Heels crack the code here once more? Not this time.
That's a good tackle from Illuminato.
Jabay.
I think that was Jimenez, actually.
Al-Kwak, who scored the game winner against Cal, and the ball's played offside. Milton Jones. That's just the 2nd time North Carolina's been offside in this half. The Tigers 6 times. One more look. Oh boy, just a hair eager.
Yeah, good little half step there from Titus Sandy Jr. just to put Jones in an offside position. I don't think Andima's going to be in any hurry to put this ball back in play.
I think both these teams will take 1-1 going to the locker room. Little pressure applied, but an easy snag for Cordes, and I think likewise he'll be in no hurry.
And he's just going to put this ball as far forward as possible.
Well, a quality 45 minutes of play comes to a close. We expect nothing different from these two sides. They played a 1-1 draw up in Cary last year. They've got a 1-1 draw at the half. What stands out, Kevin? Well, just like you draw it up, and a 1-1 tie here. These two teams, again, they were a 1-1 after 120 up in Cary with an ACC championship on the line last year. And, you know, I thought Coach Samuano said it well. This is what happens when these two teams get together.
Yeah. Just always going to be tight, always going to be competitive, regardless of either team's ranking or record.
Got a Tiger down.
Oh, oof. It's like Okunlola just landed awkwardly after winning that header.
Bitchian knew. He must have heard it because he put his hands on his head. He knew that was a rough fall for Okunlola. Steady presence in the first half for Clemson. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, not sure if it's a head injury or looks like they are going to make a sub here, though. Is that
Galen Flynn? Grad transfer from St. Louis. He started 3 times this year.
Well, we talked about the delivery from North Carolina's set pieces in the first half.
Well, that's another tough free kick for Sam Williams. That just looked like he mishit it. It's a couple times we've seen the body language of Williams after those free kicks. You could tell he's very frustrated.
Yeah, and that one, I think, that's tough. You've got to cut out the first defender. You give your team an opportunity to win the ball.
Did not cost the Tar Heels possession, though, not for long. They continue to seek an opportunity here as the throw in goes to Jamison Charles. Ball ahead, free in the box, and popped up. Magnuson saved a bit of danger there. Here's Johnson, up ahead on the ground, Hilly. Williams wide and a sliding tackle. That is brilliant defending right there on the back line of the Tigers, and that's Flynn.
Yeah, well done there for Flynn. And North Carolina with a nice little spell of possession here to open the second half.
Knocking on the door for a couple of minutes now. See if they can bang through it and regain the lead. They held that lead for just over 8 minutes in the first half. From the 22:59 mark to 31:07. Clemson with a chance to turn it. Oh, push forward. Meinhard. Flynn. Cross. Jabay recovers. loose, and it's free.
Yeah, he's just looking for a little combination play there with Alex Meinhardt. It's a nice little counterattack from Clemson, though. They got forward quickly, had numbers.
Just missed everybody.
Yeah, and I think Meinhardt must have sensed that he was coming from an offside position, so he did make a play on that.
Ball high into the middle and offside. Dangerous again, Vichian. Very close.
Well, and you could see that he was able to find the bottom corner, but he was well offsides.
Vichian, the grad from Harvard, found the back of the net for the 7th time this season. Earlier in the first half. And he sensed a potential opportunity there. And Damon gets it away. The Ghanaian junior. Clemson controls. Jabay with some real estate. Meinhardt, aggressive line there. Taken away. Ooh. Boy, tough collision. Yeah, Vichian went all the way into Clemson's bench that time.
Yes, he did.
Titus Sandy deflected. That was well defended there by Jamison Charles.
That's very quick. Closed down Sandy.
Jabay again. He draws a crowd every touch.
It's a good job breaking pressure from Clemson. Well, you can see the work rate of Tyler Trimnell there, just looking to press that back line.
Trimnell entered the game late in the first half, gets the start at the beginning of the second. We don't talk about a dangerous player, an energy guy. Trimnell certainly is that for Clemson. Meinhardt. Duquesne keeps it in. North Carolina pressing a bit right now. Tigers again under control, flicked forward and handled by Thomas for the Tar Heels, and a big boot ahead. Nice defending that time. The Clemson response from Duquesne. He gets the angle to cross. Boy, he's been looking for that for about 50 minutes.
Well, he's finally got forward and just found himself in an on-vibe position, trying to pick out James Kelly at that near post.
This is Lamb. We'll let Ndema have it. Whistle and a foul. Duquesne became a backpack on check there. Here's a look at that run from Duquesne.
Good position from Riley Thomas just to cut that ball out.
Not really a surprise, but neither one of these teams really panicking at all. Ball comes into the box or even threatens it. There's a lot of composure from these two back lines.
Well, and there's a reason that Riley Thomas was picked on the ACC preseason watch list. He is very composed on the ball.
Hilly gets up and now hold everything. They're going to call a handball when he's on the ground. Well, he had an opportunity there, didn't he?
Yeah, there's initially no foul. He doesn't call a foul, but when he goes down, handles the ball, realizes he's not going to get the ball, looks to play on.
Well, right here, you thought he had a chance, and then just...
Yeah, he started falling before there was contact with Duquesne, and yeah, it's an easy decision.
Well, he did his best to try to, like, make it like a neck situation. I mean, look at that. He's like, with his chin, he's just trying to push it forward. Just avoiding the handball at all costs.
He lost his footing there before the contact with Duquesne.
And Damon has sent it in for Clemson. North Carolina winning a lot of those balls in the air. Clemson does such a good job on that generally, and that's a takeaway without the angle. A good effort by Galen Flynn, shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he read that well. Just the first touch was a little heavy.
Came on for Okunlola in the opening moments of the second half, and he has not been shy about inserting himself into the fray. Here's Jabay. Over to Flynn. Ahead, aggressive, and well defended.
That's nicely done.
Goal kick for North Carolina coming. Here's a look at, and the United Soccer Coaches Poll Top 25 ACC teams. How about the top 3 spots? All conference foes. Clemson facing the second one this year. They already fell to Stanford here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, just a glimpse of the quality of the league. And like you said, Clemson's had a little bit of a tough out to start the season, right? You've had North Carolina. You've had to go away to Notre Dame, hosting Stanford. That was a top 5 matchup. We were here for that. Tough way to start the season, but there are no easy games in the ACC.
No question. And this was already the premier soccer conference in the country. Then you add Stanford, ranked 2nd at the moment, and SMU ranked 16th.
Yeah, not forget about Cal. Cal played this North Carolina team to a very close 2-1 loss just last week.
Clemson scored its only goal on a free kick. This is going to be a different angle, but a similar spot about 20 yards out because of this contact. A little sloppy there from Williams.
Yeah, just a little follow through. He did get the ball first, but just a little contact. That's clever from Clemson to draw the foul. Again, we talk about the slim difference in matches like this. Oftentimes it's a set piece. Let's see what type of delivery Jabay can cook up here.
What are you looking for?
Just something to the near post, I think.
Oof. Deflected away, the header! Contact and a foul called against the Tigers.
I tell you, that's one of those situations. Advantage is always going to go to the goalkeeper. He gets a touch on it, but there's contact afterwards. Have a look here. And just Magnuson collides with him after the fact, but good ball to draw the goalkeeper off his line.
Cordes aggressively pursued that one. High and out of play. Throw in for the Tar Heels. Going to push Tate Johnson back on the throw. Ooh. Taken, but a foul. Boy, Flynn tried to get the angle and could not do it, and now you've got a Tar Heel down. Well, you could see he tried to get that body in front and just couldn't quite get that angle.
Yeah, and there's not a lot in it. He wins the ball initially, but you can see, I think that was Hilly just leaning into it to draw the contact.
And you could tell Flynn is upset. He looked at and you could read his lips, he looked at the head referee and said, that's my first one.
Yeah, I think that's harsh. Have a look here. He wins the ball initially. It's because of the angle he's coming from.
It looked like, and I think wisely, that Hilly sort of...
Looks actually worse from that angle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think that is fair.
He sort of turned his body. I think he anticipated the contact there and did a pretty shrewd job of making that happen.
Yeah, one of those cases where you're trying to make a decision, the player's going away from goal. Are you just better off not making contact? But
and Dama rolls it forward, and it'll be a throw in for the Tar Heels.
I don't think Mason Lamb was very happy to get that ball.
Check. Gets it ahead. Lamb sends it high. North Carolina still in its attacking third and has spent a good deal of time in this area in the second half. Nothing to show for it as of yet, and there the recipient fell. The other way, deflected and too high. Boy, Tate Johnson able to get a clean look on a cross, and Hilly actually could gather that and just couldn't settle it enough.
Yeah, that fell fortunately for him, didn't it? It's a nice little clipped ball here. It's the first one coming in, just slips on the turf, but good first touch here. I tell you, it fell right for him, didn't it?
Almost like he was prepping for a deflection if it got to him, and was a little bit taken aback that the ball was clean. A couple of substitutions coming in for the Tigers. Looks like Okunlola's back. Good to see that. And Musa is also back in. See Flynn out after he received the booking. Jan also in for Kelly.
It's going to be a Clemson throw. Yeah, interesting on the substitution rule, right? Because there's no re-entry in the second half, so that's going to be the last we see of Trimnell and some of these players.
And Mike Noonan using sort of the middle third of the game. There's a look at the substitution rules. We'll get to that in a second. Ball's touched off, deflected high, and just wide.
I tell you, that is a quality tackle from Titus Sandy Jr. there.
In a bit of no man's land there. We'll revisit the substitution rules momentarily.
Yeah, Vetchian was teeing that up, wasn't he? He's looking to hit this one time, and good response from Titus Sandy Jr. Gets enough of it just to steer it out for a corner kick.
The lefty delivery headed over. The danger subsides. There's a look at Harper. Now we'll go back to the substitution rules in men's college soccer. Kevin alluded to it moments ago. You get 6 substitution opportunities, many subs you want, and the 6 opportunities during any stoppage, but that final point is what you brought up, that there's no re-entry in the second half this year.
Yeah, so the players who just came off, like James Kelly and Tyler Trimble, that'll be the last. Clemson will be able to use them tonight, so interesting substitution here with 30 minutes still to play.
It does feel like you give them about 25, 30 minutes. That's normally what you'd see anyway. Lefty across. This is Okunlola. Right to the corner. Headed away. The rebound, Duquesne, it's knocked out. and a corner kick coming for the Tigers. That may be the best run of action. We've seen Clemson get some clean looks on crosses.
Well, some dangerous balls, and unfortunately that back post looked like Okunlola just slipped a little bit, didn't he? Right here. Good delivery nonetheless, though. Nearly picks out Musa. Oh, it's a good punch from Cortez.
Ball is down. Meinhard has had a quiet night so far. Chabet is out there looking back post and couldn't curve it in quite enough.
Well, flurry of action from Clemson here in the final third.
You almost wonder if Chabet wasn't trying to sneak it in there.
Yeah, I think he was looking to pick out that top far corner, wasn't he?
Here is Al Kwok from the Tar Heels in for Cafaro. This is a look at the last time we saw the Tar Heels. Al Kwok delivered the game winner in the 80th minute against Cal. Look at that. Oof.
Ball had a little movement on it, didn't it?
Big time goal. That's why he's in. The attacking presence.
Well, and again, just like the substitution, it's going to be the last you see of Juan Cafaro, and I thought he was quite dangerous in the first half.
Al Kwok, couple of goals, couple of assists. It's always nice to have that ace in the hole you can bring off the bench. He is on the far side of possession right now. They're going to try to find him in the box, and it's headed away. 6'1", but I tell you what, he is a tall 6'1". He looks a couple inches taller than that when you just look at him run and see how he positions himself in the box.
Yeah, he's going to be a real threat when the ball's in a wide area.
Big swing to nobody.
And Charles was just looking for that overlapping run there from Tate Johnson.
There's a look at Al Kwok again. Talked about a dangerous player, no doubt. Tar Heels must find him in the closing moments of this one. A throw in. Johnson gets it back. And we'll play it back at almost intercepted. Musa tried to pick one. Check forward, and Dame is there.
Oof. Referee's going to let advantage play on there.
Advantage there. Titus Sandy gets it. Again, oh, buddy. Fresh legs on the youngster.
Just see such change of pace.
But Clemson not content to play to a draw. I'll tell you that. A lot of pressure on that back line right now of UNC.
Doing a good job this half of shaping play and dictating where they want North Carolina to build out of the back.
Sandy with quality defending. Okunlola's over there too, and he's going to draw the whistle. Oh, a slip there, boy. Maybe could have been something. It's the second time we've seen Hilly lose his footing on that left side here in this half.
Yeah, and that's actually just going to be nullified because he was in an offside position.
Here's a look at it. Whoop. Kevin, we've done a lot of games, and I think every single game we do at night, you talk about how in the final 30 minutes of games, you're going to get that condensation, and things you may have been able to do on your feet in the first 30 minutes are not going to be nearly as easy right now.
Yeah, I mean, particularly this is, you know, early October, that dew is settling on the field.
When you start talking dew points, man, we know the match is drawing to a close, and I just love it. I just love it. Critical moments. Jabay out wide to Duquesne.
He's just so composed on the ball, isn't he? He's always checking his shoulder. Does he have time to turn? He's scanning everything. Ooh.
It's the picture of experience, isn't it?
Yeah, he's calm on the ball.
Here's Duquesne, shot through. And a whistle. Offside again called. Here's a look at Jabay. Now, we've shown you a goal tonight. Here are all three of his goals. Penalty kick for one.
Game winner against Wake Forest.
Here's the beauty. Oh. And there's number 3. Something to monitor as we go forward in this one.
He's pretty good on set pieces, isn't he?
I mean, I don't want to overstate it, and I'm not sure that I can. The 2 goals that we just showed you, the 2 top 5 matchups, the 2 top 5 opponents, rather, Clemson's played this year, are, I mean, as high a quality as you could ask from somebody.
And that's what you need. You need your best players to deliver in the big matches.
Musa, that ball deflected, and a whistle, and that was dangerous. This will draw a card, I believe, and it will.
That's going to be Okunlola there, just a little late.
And I'm looking down at the sideline as the Tar Heel is down. Again, a lot of conversation happening out there. Coach Samuano's telling his players to calm it down just a little bit. There were a couple of Tar Heels. You could see it right there.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what exactly he's looking for here, unless there was something off the ball.
We do have our first review. Draws the yellow.
And Sam Williams is still down from that challenge. Oof. That looks a lot worse in the replay, doesn't it? The studs are exposed, and yeah, I think he's just looking to see if this is potentially red here. I tell you, he's late and he's come in high.
Boy, it did not look that severe in real time. Here's a look from the opposite side. Oof.
Yeah, he catches him high, doesn't he? Well, we always say it feels like it looks worse in slow motion or a still frame, and yeah, that does not look good, Kwok. He's made a quick decision, hasn't he?
We'll see the decision here coming. Bringing both coaches over. And they're going to wave off the yellow, but red him.
He goes straight red.
The crowd momentarily erupted. They said, I'm sure they thought it was waved off, but it was waved off in lieu of a yellow, or excuse me, of a red. A disappointed Remy Okunlola there. And now the Tigers in a tie game will play a man down for the final 22-13.
I tell you, it's tough to argue against the red card, but you also feel like you're almost robbed of the quality of the last 22 minutes, right? Because the game has been so open. Now this changes everything. It puts Clemson on the back foot. They're going to have to change their system, adapt, and you're almost really going to have to be very cautious taking your chances to go forward. In a sense, it forces you to play more of a counterattacking style of soccer. And like I said, that's unfortunate because the game has been so open.
Throw-in coming for the Tigers. We mentioned how the goal in the first half really ignited this crowd when they fell behind. You almost feel like it's flat now.
Yeah.
I mean, really a deflating moment in this game.
And I tell you, even more so, Kwok, you felt like based on the last 10 minutes or so, Clemson was really starting to build and having some good moments.
Guillen to the left side. This is Duquesne getting the start tonight. Back to Lamb. I'll play it off to him again.
And for me, Kwok, this is where the new substitution rule comes into effect a little bit, I think, too, because if you're going to make a change and you're going to just play with one forward, if you're Clemson, you'd like to have a guy like a Tyler Trimble or a James Kelly in your pocket and have that option. A guy who's got a lot of pace, a little bit of a bruiser, and that's just not an option right now.
A lot of contact over there in the corner and knocked out of bounds by Riley Thomas. The attempt to turn. And again, a throw for Clemson, operating in a phone booth over there right now, the Tigers.
Yeah, I think Minor was looking to earn himself a corner kick, get a set piece out of this thing.
See, yeah, that feels like exactly what's going on right now. And again, a throw in. I mean, we may play chicken over there for a couple minutes.
You feel like he wants to earn that corner.
Tigers are going to open it up a bit.
Oh,
ball in, and boy, almost. They almost delivered a sensational goal from about 50 feet. Oh my, 50 yards rather, my goodness.
Mason Lamb just pumped one in there. I thought he had a glimpse of Cordez off of his line.
It's a good ball up ahead. Vichian. And they're going to say it crossed the plane. Boy, that was very close there.
Yeah, it looked like he kept it in, but that assistant referee's right on the line.
Here's the last Clemson possession. How close this is. Whew. That was incredibly tight. Ball ahead for Duquesne. He'll not win the race, and it'll be a goal kick. Let's look again for that red card. This is why the Tigers are a man down. Okunlola the challenge.
Okay.
Closer look.
He comes in late, studs are exposed. Initially a yellow, but then he changes it to a straight red.
And you see there the end result, the Tigers playing a man down for the final 22 minutes of this one. Already a super opportunity. One of their two shots coming, playing with 10. And there's a foul, and the fans are going to want a booking, and they're going to get it.
That's Batil, and that was a hard challenge.
Hansen draws the card. Again, the foul count weighing heavily in Clemson's favor. That's a second booking for UNC.
What do you get the feeling this home crowd wanted a red there? Oh, it's from behind a little bit.
more view of it.
Again, I think it looked worse in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looked like he actually won the challenge there, but he did come from behind.
Cross. Knocked back and again knocked back. Good defending by the Tigers on the edge. That's well played. Chance to potentially counter here. Clemson will remain under control with Jabay. I feel like they have just missed an opportunity to get Guillen in space.
It's always a good tactic to break that back line. How disciplined that back line is. If you can have a runner coming out of midfield who is not going to be in an offside position, and a player like Guillen will be good at that, just running off the ball.
Oh, a flick. And it looked like Musa wasn't ready. And now can the Tar Heels create something? A race and knocked out. Magnuson there. And a substitution for the Tar Heels. Here's your guy, Milton Jones. Another look at this. Magnuson, the closing speed.
Well, Milton Jones was a handful at the close of the first half. So we'll see what he can do here.
Clemson will get a throw. Titus Sandy. Jabay, that's a deflection. Tigers desperately trying to get it ahead, and a foul called. Clemson will get some breathing room. You get the sense right now, and you understand why Clemson just not trying to make a big mistake. But the Tigers not ceding a lot of ground to North Carolina either at the moment.
And again, you see there, they've done a really nice job of breaking pressure. Just the combination play in midfield from Jabay and Illuminato. Turnover.
There's some danger here. And thought about it. That's the shot, and wide. Illuminato gives it a go.
Yeah, not a bad look, but again, I think the difference could be if Guillen just looks and holds on to the ball and keeps running at players there. He's so dangerous on the dribble. Look here, Qualky. He finds himself just outside the area. You'd love to see him take that player on.
Oof, that was a laser.
Yeah, Illuminato didn't miss by much, did he? Just tried to shape that into that far corner.
Johnson screaming for the ball. He didn't get it. Instead, the ball goes ahead of him.
Oh, it's well done from Magnuson.
He's been super tonight. Guillen looking for his teammate, Musa.
Yeah, you just feel like the timing with those two players isn't quite there. Musa's looking to make a run. That's the second time in the last 5 minutes or so where the contact hasn't been there.
Top of the box, right foot, and Dama. Was Alquak there. His first shot attempt.
He's about 24 yards out.
A tough leave there, and a handy little play by Illuminato, or else the Tar Heels have got numbers.
Yeah, you certainly don't want Milton Jones running with the ball there at your back line.
Here's Johnson. Taken away from him. Now Jabay gets out of jail, and here it comes. Tigers going to push. This is Duquesne. Oh, nicely done. He kept it in. Check.
I think if you're Coach Noon, you've got to be happy with your team's response after going down a man. They've still remained a threat going forward.
A little heavy there from Johnson. Tigers playing a man down for the last 10 minutes. So far have not surrendered.
And again, having a lot of success breaking that first line of pressure from North Carolina.
A whistle, and it'll be North Carolina. Oh, they're going to call a foul on the Tar Heels. Boy, it looked like Musa was going to get the foul, but instead they called the first action here, boy, from Acosta.
Yeah. I'm with you, and I think everyone else in the crowd, I think everyone thought that was a Clemson foul.
A lot of room for Illuminato. Again. Jabay, and now Duquesne. Duquesne gets the angle. It's a throw-in. Oh, they're going to say a throw for the Tar Heels.
Wow.
That was unpopular from the partisans here.
I think Duquesne disagrees with that call.
I would say so. Ooh.
Ooh, if it was the slightest of touches, if it was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Duquesne's got a point. Here's Magnuson. Again. Ahead Sandy, a deflection and a throw in. Tar Heels going back to the bench. Parker O'Farrell's back in. Daniel Lugo for the first time today comes in. Charles will leave for North Carolina. Out of bounds on the side. Again, Clemson attacking. Oh, again, beautiful. The little pace. And a nudge and a foul.
Well, he's clever. He puts it beyond him, and he draws the contact from Milton Jones.
Two guys wearing 20, about the same height, going at each other.
Look at the last touch. He just seals off the Jones and draws the contact.
Well, you just feel like you watch him run. He's one with the ball. I mean, just superb body control to be able to touch the ball where it needs to go and still sort of keep pace with it.
Little Velcro on the tips of his toes.
Yes.
There. Well, usually we've seen Jabay on these deliveries, but it's going to be Gian now.
The lefty, long and snagged out of the air. Cordes controls. You see the idea here. You can tell Sandy's body language. He thought he might have had it. Back the other way. Taken away. Look at the defending by the Tigers, Jabay.
Oh, we talk so much about what he does on the ball, going forward, but just working back. He's in his own penalty area defending. And
so vital.
And look at the composure once he does win it. Just a little outside touch, links up.
37, Martin Mai in for Jones.
Milton Jones' night is done. Wow.
Couple of minutes on the pitch. Right back off here with 8.5 to play. Interesting decision making there. Another diminutive freshman, 5'7", Martin Mai. Ball goes ahead. This is Lugo. Again, the fresh legs into the lineup for UNC.
And you almost feel like some of these substitutions from North Carolina are tactical in the sense that they're going to put more attacking players on the field, try to take more risks here. This last 8 minutes, try to find that game winner with being up a man.
Meinhardt whistled for the foul. He got a Tar Heel down, at least for the moment. Sam Williams out to Johnson, now back to Williams, up ahead. And cleared away. Illuminato. All sent forward, and Williams the closest player to it.
I was just trying to clip that out to Sandy, and you could see Jabay wanting the ball on his foot.
Well, nice turn, but it's a defender that gets to it. That's Mason Lamb again, making the most of his opportunity tonight.
He just pumps that ball out of the stadium by a little time.
Cal State Fullerton transfer his first start in a Clemson uniform. There's a foul whistled against the Tar Heels. Foul count starting to even up a little bit here, as the Tar Heels, as you said, maybe going for a little more gas here at the end of the game.
You know, this is full credit to Duquesne there. Good discipline.
And Dama deep. Sandy wins it. Here's Jabay in the traffic. Nice ball ahead. This is Meinhardt. He goes down.
And that's a penalty.
And that's a penalty. Oh my.
The weight and the shape of that pass from Jabay to just play in behind that North Carolina team, and all of that is because of Meinhardt's first touch towards goal. He draws the contact.
Riley Thomas picks it up.
Well, and here's the question, right? Riley Thomas is sitting on a yellow card. That is a goal-scoring opportunity, and I think that's what Coach Noonan is having a word with the fourth official there. He thinks that could perhaps be a second yellow card. I don't know if he's coming over because of that. He's going to take a look at it. We'll see.
We are going to go into a video review, and you got to imagine that's the thing that they're looking at here. And I'll be honest, that would be a bit extraordinary at this moment of the match that you would have blown that whistle and not issued a booking.
Well, I tell you, I feel like some of these video review situations have not gone Clemson's way this year. So this is going to be interesting.
Another look at it.
Yes, there's contact. Actually, that's not even Riley Thomas on that. That was Andrew Check.
It was 27. That's right.
And I don't think there's intent, but there is contact. Initially here, look, it's that leg coming through, and credit to Meinhardt. He puts the ball behind him. He does draw some contact.
Looks like that back leg, and then, as you said, kind of the nudge up high. They're showing it in the stadium. And Coach Samuano's looking at the crowd going, nope, wave it off. He's lobbying right now.
Well, you can
having seen the replay.
You can see Meinhardt's right leg kind of comes inward, and I think that's the indication that there is contact. Have a look here. Watch Meinhardt's right leg. Here it comes just at this moment. Look at the movement. Leg comes in, There's clearly some contact. Is it enough for a penalty? Well, I think that's what he's trying to determine now.
With the level of threat, you've got to take that into account too when there's contact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. There's a look at it. Great camera work as per usual. And this is a critical moment here. We are tied at 1. Clemson has played a man down for about 15 minutes. And if this stands or is upgraded in any way, Clemson will have a chance for a penalty kick to take the lead over the number 3 team in the nation.
And you have to think, if that decision does go their way, whose name's going to be called to take that penalty?
It is Joran Jabay time, buddy. Here's a look at it. You're going to bring the coaches in. And they will grant the penalty. Well, he brought the coaches in, didn't really say anything.
Coach Solano is not happy with that decision.
J.C. Rivero not making friends on the North Carolina side of the field right now.
I don't think Meinhardt wants to give the ball up here.
I wouldn't either if I was staring at the goal the way he was, but he will cede ground to his teammate Joran Jabay. 3 goals this year. 2 free kicks, 1 penalty kick. North Carolina has allowed multiple goals only once this year on a 2-2 draw with St. John's. They came into this match at 6-0-3, and the last ACC loss they had was in the ACC title game to Clemson last year in penalty kicks. 2-1 Tigers. As cool as the other side of the pillow, Joran Jabay gives his team the lead.
Just wow. Now you wonder if Coach Noonan is going to make a little tactical tweak here to see this thing out. Just over 6 minutes remaining. You've been a man down for about 16 minutes already. You found the way to get the go-ahead goal. This would be a massive 3 points in ACC play.
Another look at the contact. Meinhardt goes down. And the finish by the leader, Jabay.
Well, it wasn't his best penalty, but he had Cordez going the opposite direction. All he has to do is put it in the net.
Now the Tar Heels, how do they respond?
And Clemson's going to look for every opportunity just to bleed some time off that clock.
That's one way to do it. The yellow card on check, the 3rd given to North Carolina. And that was the biggest.
And that's one way to do it. He's just going to pump the ball forward, make Musa chase, and that's what he's there for.
Yeah, Musa doesn't look to have fatigued one iota in this game. Taken away. Jabay in a phone booth. Goes down. And boy, that was after the ball crossed the line, but a lot of contact there. A big charge in by Al Kwok.
Yeah. And that's the type of situation. You can see the frustration there. Just slamming the ball. Clemson will be fine with that. It's just going to tick more seconds off the clock. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's drawing the foul. I tell you, that was going to be a North Carolina throw too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And the frustration there from Acosta. That's pretty much sums up where North Carolina finds itself emotionally right now.
Well, this is going to be all hands on deck for Clemson. Everyone's going to have to work back and defend, get pressure on the ball.
Ball just kept in by Check. Nope, they're going to say out. They say it did cross the line. And that was close.
And that's good from Czech there. He's worked back and he's tossed the ball to Clemson. He just wants the game to restart immediately.
A turnover. Al Kwok had the game winner against Cal, and a whistle. And a chance now for the Tar Heels to equalize with 4:10 to play.
It's going to be interesting to see if he looks decisive. He doesn't look like he even wants to review it.
And a yellow card issued. Boy, this thing has turned about every way you can.
Well, and he is going to have a look, and this is going to be a big decision here. Tell you, Gervais needs to be careful here. Just let him do his job.
Once again, a critical video review.
And here we go.
Yellow card issued. Looked like Magnuson drew it.
What Coach Samono say at halftime? These are instant classics?
That's what he said. I don't know if he would have scripted this one this way. It was Meinhard, actually. Now let's see if there's contact. It's arms on the upper body. And the Clemson players are coming to the side going, come on.
I tell you, I don't know, Kwok. Have a look here.
They're locked up. Boy, I would say it certainly looks negligible. But let's see. And Mike Noonan can't believe it. He heard the call. He can't believe it. They're going to grant the penalty. And the fans here can't believe it either.
Wow.
The Tigers are distraught.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Sam Williams versus Joseph Andema. And the head games have already begun, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Little conversation. Andema's got a lot to say here. Let's look at it one more time. Al Kwok.
I tell you, if that's a penalty, Alex Meinhard is mighty strong.
And you see students going to bother the kick right behind Andema. Sam Williams has 1 goal on the year. He has had a miserable night on set pieces. And he gets it, and we're tied again at 2.
Oh, it's a quality pin. He's able to pick out the top corner.
Williams letting the orange wall know about it. Turnabout's fair play here. A couple of penalty kicks, one on each side. The foul and the finish.
Wow.
Boy, what a dramatic turn this has taken. And now Clemson in a draw, having scored a man down in this game. And now with a chance, Guillen up ahead. Chance for a shot, a turn. Deflected, he's got it! And the Tigers lead again!
Wahaba Musa, are you kidding me?
How did Musa do it? And he found Illuminato.
full credit to Illuminato for putting that away, but can you believe the footwork from Musa there?
North Carolina came in surrendering 5 goals in 9 matches, and Clemson has found the back of the net twice in mere minutes, playing with 10.
We've had 3 goals in the last 2.5 minutes, Qualk. This is unbelievable.
Worth another look from start to finish, folks.
And Gion's able to find, look at the pass there from Gian. And Musa just keeps going.
How many defenders does he weave through here? There's 3 guys, 4 guys.
Okay. Regain your composure. There's still 3 minutes to play.
The quick trigger and the long cross from Lugo. As we go back live, the 3rd goal of the year for Illuminato. And again, the Tigers in time-wasting mode against the number 3 team in the nation.
Still a lot can happen in 3 minutes, right?
Man, you're telling me. Long ball ahead, dealt with.
Well done from Magnuson. Moose has still got to do the work defensively here. He needs to get pressure on the ball. If you're Clemson here, you want to get a little sustained possession. You just don't want to pump the ball forward and defend all over again.
Cesar Kwok drew the foul in the box. An aggressive play. Now the touch back. Can the Tar Heels find something on net? High and wide. Pretty good shot there from 34.
The center official's not going to give Andima even a second to waste any time here. Now Kwok just a little high there.
And tempers continue to flare here as Mike Noonan had some words for our head referee, and he snapped right back at him. I believe patience is wearing thin from just about every person in here.
I think that's fair. Now this is where you got to put in the work defensively and be organized.
Johnson, can the Tar Heels build something? Oh, whistle.
I tell you, this center official is looking to stop the clock any time he senses that Clemson's trying to waste any time.
Guillen.
That's fair.
Yep.
Fair call.
He earned it. With the clock stopped, it'll be Williams to send it ahead. And a collision and a foul. Check gives it back.
You can see Moose is just second to it there. Just feels like the end of a basketball game. Clock stops, we restart, we play 10 seconds, restart.
And we've had a lot of reviews too, so yes, it feels exactly like the end of a basketball game. And Dama, the big boot, up ahead into the corner. Boy, awfully close. And a throw in.
Oh, and Cortez is going to have to handle that with his feet.
Oh boy. A whistle and a foul. And that was almost a gift for Clemson there.
Yeah, and Meinhardt's okay committing that foul in that area. It's just going to bleed more time off that clock.
1 minute to go. This may be the match.
Stay switched on here.
Forward. Alquag flicks it ahead, but that is non-threatening. And Dama's going to slow jog to the ball with 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, but as long as he's in a slow jog, he's fine. He can't go much faster than that. He shouldn't be expected to. We'll see how much time he takes on this restart.
Precious seconds ticking away. And Dama is going to take the longest windup you've ever seen. 15 seconds to go. The Tigers, moments away from a monumental win. One last gasp is wide. A man down at 1-1. The Tigers stun the third-ranked team in the land. A 3-2 final here at historic Riggs Field tonight.